Hey, right here. Thank you for tuning to another video. Here's the comparison video between two of my Dyson vacuums, the DC07 all floors and the Dyson DC50. I think it's the algae model since it's blue. Quick little history. Both of these I got from my friend Mark, who I work with at Amerivac. The DC07 I bought for a decent price. I think the price tag was $199, so it was pretty affordable. A little less than 200. And this one I got for free, as I explained in the video. It was a customer's vacuum, but the customer never picked it up. And of course, Mark tried to notify the customer that the vacuum was ready and that she needed to come pick it up, but she never did. And that was at least since December 10th. So that was like 2 months ago. And he's gonna throw it out, but he gave it to me to fix up. After we got done setting up a booth at the markets at Hanover for the air rider machine that we're getting ready to sell at the market. So anyway, that's a little quick history of those. I'm going to do a quick comparison video. Not really showing which one's better, but I'm showing some of the similarities, but mainly some of the differences, between, the older and newer Dyson vacuum. So first off, let's compare these Cyclone bins. Okay, so here we got the collection bins with Cyclone packs from the two Dysons, the DC07, DC50. Obviously, you can tell there's quite a clear difference. Even though they're both bagless, they're both multi-cyclonic. They have two different technologies. This is the earliest iteration of what they call root cyclone technology. You have one low efficiency cyclone that has 7 high efficiency cyclones on here, and so it does a pretty good job at spinning dirt at very high speeds, spinning dust out of the airstream, so that way it can maintain airflow. So that way you can go vacuum, which after vacuum you can dump and put it back on, and it keeps the filters clean for quite a long time. Those filters, and I'll cover the filters later on here in the video. The DC50 has what they call 2-tier radial cyclone. Let me count here. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Hold on. Let me count again. Just make sure. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And I think it's 20 cyclones on this. So 2-tier, 10 cyclones up here, 10 cyclones down here. So times 2, that's 20 cyclones. That is, that's a lot of cyclones. And these are, oops, sorry. Knocked the camera a little bit. It's pretty small, for these cyclones. They're a lot smaller than the root cyclones. So these should be more efficient at, removing dust. It's kind of a variant of the radial root cyclone you see, like first seen on DC41. Let's go over the filters. Okay, so here's the pre-motor filters from the two different machines. This is the pre-motor filter from the DC50. It's like the filter you see on the DC41, which was the first one to have radial root cyclone. Pretty similar to newer iterations of machines. Most of them have a cyclone, have a pre-motor filter. It kind of looks like this. This is similar material that, remember from my DC33 that I had. Pretty similar material. This is washable and reusable, lasts a lifetime. So is this filter. This comes out in 2 parts. This one's slightly dirty. I know in 6 months, have to wash it. Wash it out, let it dry, and then it should be good. For the both have HEPA filters. On the DC07, the HEPA filter is inside there. It is, you could say, permanent. It's to remove the cover. I think you need some kind of screwdriver, but I think it's meant to stay in there. You apparently won't have to worry about the HEPA filter for the life of the vacuum. And it's still pretty efficient. It does a very good job at filtering out particles. When I run the Dyson, I have no problems with, with any smells of dust or anything. Same thing with the DC50. It's inside the ball here. And this actually comes out. The filter here comes out and is easily washable. You wash it once a month, both the HEPA filter and the pre-motor filter. And on this, you just wash the pre-motor filter, and that you wash every 6 months. Now we can compare the wands. Okay, here's the back of the vacuums showing how the wands are designed for each machine. The DC07 obviously has a much longer hose and thus a much longer wand compared to DC50, which is the smaller. It sacrifices hose length. It's very similar. The way the hoses are stored is very similar. They haven't really changed that design much at all. To remove the wand, or to release the wand for use on the Dyson DC07, you remove this, and let me do this with one hand. So you take that, you pull on the hose. This reveals the wand. This is a reversible cleaning wand. And let me see, let me put my computer here. Okay, so you have, here's the wand. You press this button here, and it releases the wand. Take your wand and you can attach it. Let me kind of thumb around until it clicks. Sometimes a little bit tricky. There we go. And it clicks just like that, and then you can use your entire wand. You can fit your crevice tool or any other attachment. Sorry, it's a little bit close up. This is the best I can for, storing the video. And you can use your crevice tool like that, or, and I'm going to switch the wand back, so that way, here's the handle, and you can attach your tools like the crevice tool, for example, to that handle. To retract the wand, press this button, and it'll slide back. And let me get it situated. Let me grab my phone, camera here. So you put it like that, you retract the wand until it clicks, slide this cover, and there you go. Attachments are on board. You got your upholstery tool, dusting brush, and your crevice tool. Let me situate this back. The DC50 takes a little bit of design kind of similar to how the DC41, DC65 work. Most of the newer machines have one similar. You lift up this cap, you just pull this off, and then this comes out. You can see here it's a much shorter hose. It's not very long at all. That's because, of course, this is a smaller vacuum. Although there are hoses that are available, you can get an extension hose for this if you want. It's usually designed for the hand vacs, but it should also fit this, so that we can extend it. But if you're just cleaning your furniture, something like that, this hose shouldn't be any problems. But if you're cleaning stairs, you might want a larger Dyson model, almost like DC07, for example, DC33, or the Dyson ball models. The larger ball models will do fine. Though if you're just cleaning carpets, or if you're just cleaning like regular surfaces, you can use this. Also, another thing to notice, this is plastic. It's a plastic wand versus the DC07, which is an aluminum wand, so it's metal. But I haven't noticed, but still, I think the plastic's durable enough. You shouldn't have to worry about it cracking or breaking off. So, now let's compare the brush rolls. Okay, here are the brush rolls for both Dyson models. You can see the DC07 and the DC50. The DC07 uses the standard helix brush roll that was used first on the DC03 and the DC04. This brush roll is also used on the DC14 and DC33. Some of the full-size canisters kind of use a helix brush roll similar to this one. And here you have a brush roll that is a round brush roll. Again, in this here, the carbon fiber filaments are worn down and need to be replaced. So this brush roll is kind of shot. But here's the nylon bristles. which is red, that's for your carpets, and then the black is for bare floors. You can see here it's like a round brush roll. It's not a helix like on the DC07. The other major difference is that this brush roll is powered by a clutch. It uses a belt. It has a clutch system that's designed to enable the vacuum's brush roll to be turned on and off without using a separate motor. This, you know, the clutch should last a long time, though there may be, after a certain period, you know, the clutch might fail, in which you have to take it to a vacuum shop to have it replaced. And here, the brush roll here is powered by a direct drive motor, so there's no belt at all. So luckily you don't have to worry about belts. Though if something goes wrong with the power head, like if the brush direct drive motor fails, for example, you'd have to replace the entire power head. But luckily, if you know, you can get the parts very easy. I think all you have to do is look up DC50 cleaner head off Google. I think it's called Vacuum Parts Warehouse or Parts Warehouse. There's a website for vacuum parts in which you could easily get them. And again, or you could also take it to a vacuum cleaner shop as well. But that's some of the little differences between the brush rolls. And I'm going to explain how the motors are different. Okay, so the motors on here are a little bit different from each other. The DC07 uses a 12 amp motor. The DC50 uses a 6.5 amp motor. And so this one's a little bit larger than this one. One big difference is that the pitch of each motor sounds different. So this one's a little bit of lower pitch. This one, you notice, is a higher pitch. And I guess some people, maybe when they get it, they think, you know, that the vacuum's clogged or whatever. But most of the time, with a clear, you know, this is, again, completely unclogged, and you'll hear it in a couple of seconds that the motor is working fine. Here's just a warning, though, you know, just in case, you might want to turn down the volume just in case, so that way if you're wearing headphones or whatever, you know, so that way it's not too loud. Here's DC50. You can hear it's a higher pitch, a little bit of a higher pitch, but that's normal, so it's not clogged or anything at all. That's just naturally how it sounds. Here's the DC07. Again, lower pitch. You can hear sound from the Cyclones. Reason for that is on the DC07, the Cyclones, the tip of the Cyclones are pointing upward instead of downward. Here, it's pointing downward towards, you know, the collection bin, or towards the bottom, this part here. So the noise from these is a little bit more muffled than the noise on this. It doesn't really bother me at all, but I know some people, maybe when they get it, you know, when you get this and they turn it on, you know, it sounds like a higher pitch, so they think something's wrong, maybe something's clogged. It's not. It's just it's a smaller motor, so it has a much higher pitch than, say, their full-size upright. You know, just one good way to tell if it's clogged, you know, if you can't feel any suction from here or here, it could mean there's a clog. You know, just mainly could be the clog if it's from no suction here, but here, there could be a clog in the cleaner head there. Just take the cleaner head up, take a band or tweezer or whatever, and just pull the clog out. Sometimes it might be within the Cyclone thing, like there. You know, usually you'll see the clog, and then clog it out that way. But yeah, there's different places where the clog is. You can unclog the hose. Mainly the clog could be in the Cyclone or the internal hose. If there's a clog in the DC07, it could be in the wands, the hose, could be in the internal hose, which there's a valve pipe you can pull out, clear out the clogs, especially in the internal hose. There's also a U-bend here, so you can access clogs, you know, if there's clogs there. You can unclog it that way, sometimes hose. Just take a broomstick, shove it down in there, maybe be able to pull the clog out. In some rare cases, might be within that tube there. Again, take your valve pipe out, take some kind of clothes hanger or some kind of, you know, something like that, you should be able to fish out the clog. I would just take like a metal clothes hanger, bend it a little bit so you can fish down in there and pull out the clog. Usually there shouldn't be a clog in this part because that's where the clean air, or mostly clean air, goes through for the exhaust. But that's pretty much the video. I will do a demonstration on this once I get all the parts needed for this vacuum. I want to make sure when I do a demo that the vacuum is in the best condition it can possibly be in. And I think I did it. I'm not sure if I did a demo on this. I'll look at the videos. I'll look at some of the videos. I might try to do a demo. Like I said, I'll find a way to situate the camera so that way I don't have to hold it. But yes. So that's the video. Comparison between DC50 and DC07. I think for retail availability, I think the DC50 is still available. You might find it at third-party retailers. Somehow still listed on the Dyson website, but it says it's not available to order. So that might mean they're discontinuing the DC50, replacing it with the small ball multi-floor. And I will do a video on that using my GameDuck app. And I will do a video comparing those two so that we know the differences between those two machines. DC07 is usually available used. You might find some refurbished. Check eBay. There might be, there's usually listings for DC07s there. Most, just look for one that's in really good condition, just make sure. If you're looking for something that's brand new, that's similar to the DC07, Walmart has the DC33. I think retail price, I think it's $229 at most. And so it is relatively affordable. It has seam cleaner head, so that's something you're looking for. And it is a little bit more lighter weight than the Dyson. I'm not sure how much this weighs, but it's kind of heavy. And this one's around 11, maybe around a little over 11 pounds. But so it's very, very lightweight, almost as light as an Oric. So it's a lightweight vacuum with, pretty good suction power. And I will check that out in the next video. So that's it. Feel free to rate, comment, subscribe, drop a comment in the comment section. Give this video a like. I will do more videos in the future. Until then, this is Ryan signing off.